Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that beautifully bridges the gap between deep spirituality and hardcore science. When we look at ancient Hindu temples, it's so easy to just see them as beautiful, historic places of worship. But what if I told you they're actually magnificent ancient energy centers? We're going to unpack the 6 ancient secrets of Hindu temples and look at how these structures were built with an absolutely mind-blowing grasp of science, advanced mathematics, and physics. Think about it. Thousands of years ago, way before cranes, modern power tools, or computer-aided design, our ancestors created these awe-inspiring structures that literally still amaze the world today. How did they do it? And more importantly, did ancient Hindu temples hide scientific and architectural secrets that were just entirely ahead of their time? So here's how we're going to break it down today. 1. Ancient engineering mysteries. 2. Location and astronomy. 3. Advanced acoustic technology. And 4, inner energy and sound. Let's get right into it. Starting off with Section 1, Ancient Engineering Mysteries and Ancient Architecture. This brings us to our very first ancient secret, energy centers. It's kind of fascinating to contrast our modern assumptions with what these spaces actually are. Sure, spiritually, they are traditional places of worship, but scientifically? The source material reveals these temples were specifically designed as ancient energy centers. Every single angle, every stone, and every dimension was calculated using advanced mathematics and physics. I mean, they weren't just slapping a roof over a statue, they were constructing a highly calibrated machine. Moving on to Section 2, Location and Astronomy, focusing on their geographical placement. The crucial thing to understand here is that temple placements were never ever random. Ancient sages and architects actually scoured the landscape for very specific geographical markers. They were looking for locations that held highly concentrated magnetic and spiritual energy. So this meant building near flowing rivers, placing them way up on high hilltops, or aligning them perfectly along the Earth's natural energy lines to really boost that power for meditation and healing. And that perfectly sets up our second secret, astronomy in architecture. A stunning example of this is the Konark Sun Temple. This massive structure functions as a giant, incredibly accurate sundial. It isn't just a building that happens to catch the sun. The entire architectural footprint is literally a functioning timekeeping device. Just imagine designing a massive stone monument where the shadows cast by its wheels and pillars tell you the exact time of day. No digital components, just pure genius. And, this wasn't just a one-off thing either. Tons of Hindu temples were deeply connected with astronomy. Beyond sundials, certain temples are engineered to align perfectly with the sunrise during the specific days of the solstices. Others were built with specific sightlines just to track complex planetary movements. This really proves that ancient India had this profound, deep astronomical knowledge, and they managed to translate it into massive stone monuments without the help of any modern telescopes or computers. All right, Section 3, Advanced Acoustic Technology, or the Science of Sound. Here we find our third secret, temple bells. Have you ever wondered why they're specifically rung right before a prayer begins? It's actually not just to make a loud announcement. First, these bells are forged using very specific, calculated metal combinations, special alloys. Second, they're rung to release highly tuned vibrations into the space. And third, which is just the coolest part, the specific frequency of that sound is believed to activate both the left and right sides of the human brain simultaneously for a few seconds. It's literally an engineered physiological trigger. By forcing both hemispheres of the brain into harmony, the vibrations from these specific metal combinations have direct, tangible impacts on the human body. They calm the mind, they instantly improve your concentration, and they create this massive surge of positive energy. You're essentially being tuned by sound waves before you even start your meditation or prayer. How amazing is that? But their mastery of sound doesn't stop at metal. Our fourth secret is the phenomenon of musical pillars. Inside the Vitala temple, there are these mysterious stone columns that, when you gently tap them, don't just make a dull thud. No, they produce distinct musical notes. We're talking about advanced acoustic stone technology. Modern engineers today are still completely baffled as to how ancient builders managed to manipulate solid rock to behave like a finely tuned musical instrument. It's unreal. Which brings us to our final section, Section 4, Inner Energy and Sound, focusing on the inner sanctum. Right at the very heart of the structure is the Garbhagriha. This is the inner sanctum where the primary deity is placed, and it brings us to our fifth secret, Garbhagriha energy. Ancient architects didn't just build a room here. They designed this specific chamber to act almost like a giant battery. The shape, the placement, the materials, all of it was engineered specifically to store and then radiate incredibly powerful energy outward. And because it functions as an energy center, the human experience inside the Garbhagriha is profound. When devotees stand inside this inner sanctum, they consistently report experiencing three things. First, a profound sense of deep peace. Second, this almost heavy, absolute silence that completely blocks out the outside world. And third, strong, tangible spiritual vibrations. The architecture is quite literally focusing energy right onto the person standing in that space. So, this perfectly focused energy environment is exactly why sound is utilized the way it is. Take a sacred chant like Om or Om Namah Shivaya. Chanting these mantras inside the temple was never meant to be just a spiritual exercise. It was actually a highly scientific one. And that leads right into our sixth and final secret, sound science. The architecture of the Garbhagriha, along with the surrounding temple halls, was intentionally designed to capture and amplify those sacred sounds and Vedic chants. These amplified temple vibrations are believed to positively affect not just the mind, but the physical human body and even the surrounding environment. Basically, the temple acts as a massive acoustic resonator. It takes the vibration of the human voice and multiplies it to heal and harmonize everything within its radius. So, what is the big takeaway from this explainer? Well, it's a completely new paradigm. Ancient Hindu temples are so much more than mere monuments of stone or simple places of prayer. They are absolute masterpieces where science, spirituality, sound, and cosmic energy perfectly intersect. They stand as a testament to an ancient society that understood physics, metallurgy, astronomy, and acoustics at a level that we, honestly, are only just beginning to truly appreciate today. The sheer brilliance of our ancestors is just staggering. The deeper we explore these ancient energy centers, the more their incredible scientific secrets are revealed to us, which leaves us with one massive, lingering question. If they could engineer all of this thousands of years ago without a single modern machine, what else did they know? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the mysteries of our ancient world.